Casey's biggest hits.
A year ago this week, one of the biggest hits in the USA was Looking Through Patient Eyes by a duo that got its name because one of them wrote his songs between midnight and dawn while working as a night watchman in a mental health ward. I'll have details and that big hit after this.
They left the comfortable and cozy confines of their native New Jersey to journey across the sea and bring the British transcendental hip-hop. The story of PM Dawn. That's two blood brothers named Attrell and Garrett Cordes. They call themselves Prince B and DJ Minute Mix. Now, a few years ago, for a meager $600, they recorded a demo and sent it to an independent label across the ocean called G Street. That song, called Ode to a Forgetful Mind, was released in the UK. Teacups shattered in awe, and the British press raved and waved their pens. PM Dawn's spiritual and spacey hip-hop sound was received over there like a shining light in the London fog. There it is now. The duo recorded their entire debut album in the UK. Here is PM Dawn.
Casey's Top 40.
I'm Casey Kasem. We're counting down the most popular songs on this week's Pop Singles chart. Falling 14 notches to number 25 are two brothers whose mom sang in church and whose dad once played congas for Kool and the Gang. They're Prince B and DJ Minute Mix with Set Adrift on Memory Bliss.
Baby, you send me set adrift on memory bliss of you.
Casey's Top 40.
I'm Casey Kasem. We're counting down the most popular songs on this week's Pop Singles chart. Wrapping up 8 notches to number 25 is the duo PM Dawn. Brothers Attrell and Garrett Cordes are from the Ultimate Musical family. Their dad was a founding member of Kool and the Gang. Their mom sang in the church choir. And as for their uncles, all 5 uncles were DJs. PM Dawn carries on the family music tradition with Paper Doll. We're counting down now to the recent number 1 smash, I'd Die Without You. It's by a duo who say they grew up in deep poverty, which is why the first thing they did after hitting big was to buy a house for their mom. Details coming up.
Casey's Coast to Coast. Casey's Top 40.
Well, now we're up to the recent number 1 smash, I'd Die Without You. It's by PM Dawn, a duo who say they grew up in deep poverty, which is why the first thing they did after hitting big was to buy a house for their mom. Brothers Garrett and Attrell Cordes spent their early years in one of the poorest sections of Jersey City, New Jersey. There were many cold winter nights when they had no heat in their rundown apartment because their mother couldn't afford to pay the gas bills. And there were many days when they didn't have enough to eat. They say that they had always promised their mother that when they made it, they were going to take care of her. They were going to lift her out of the poverty that had been such a big part of their life. And that's exactly what they did. After they hit the top 10 last year with a million-selling single, Set Adrift on Memory Bliss, money started coming in. Attrell and Garrett didn't go out and buy themselves fancy cars or anything like that. They took the money they had made and they put a down payment on a house for their mom in a nice part of town. Then they took her to a department store and told her to pick out the living room set and bedroom set she wanted. And they say being able to buy things for their mother, who struggled so hard for them when they were young, is the best part of their success. This week, the two men who are giving so much back to their mom are singing survey song number 9 on Casey's Top 40, their former number 1. Here's PM Dawn and I'd Die Without You.
Is it my turn to wish you were lying here?
Casey's biggest hit.
A year ago this week, one of the biggest hits in the USA was by a duo that got its name because one of them wrote his songs between midnight and dawn while working as a night watchman in a mental health ward. It was during those long, quiet hours that poet and rapper Attrell Cordes, better known as Prince B, came up with the strange, mystical, wonderful lyrics that are at the heart of his music. From midnight to morning, he'd sit in the booth at one end of the ward, keeping an eye on the sleeping patients while letting his imagination run free. The result is one of the most highly acclaimed acts in recent years, and a song that 1 year ago this week was one of the biggest hits in the USA. Here's the duo PM Dawn with Looking Through Patient Eyes.
forgive me the patient.
PM Dawn have been busy producing Paula Abdul's upcoming third album. And one of two hits of their own in the countdown drops down a notch to number 35 as Looking Through Patient Eyes.
Hi, this is Prince B from PM Dawn. Hold tight, hold on, and hold out for more of the biggest hit music.
American Top 40. Please hold.